Welcome to beautiful Venice Beach. Today it's not really so beautiful. We got multiple stabbings with a guy with a knife walking around and just stabbing people right here in Venice. I think the guy had a knife on the beach. He stabbed that guy and knocked somebody else out, and the police is looking for him right now. A lot of people saw it. And he came here with a knife to the beach.
Oh, Trevor from Venice.
Stabbed another guy right here. Man, that is really scary. Somebody just running around with a knife and stabbing people. And they don't know where he is. He's still on the loose. That guy with the blue shirt got also hit in the face by that guy. How are you gonna find that guy on the beach? And there's so many people here. They just said he stabbed the third guy. They go in there right now. Ambulance is coming. Oh wow. Man, it's just chaos here. So far, somebody stabbed 3 people. I'm not sure if they know where he is. I just tried to follow the police, but they're so fast I couldn't keep up with them, so I don't know where they went. Like I said, multiple people, some people got hit in the face, some got stabbed. Hopefully that person's gonna make it. He's in a ambulance already. Man, that is really scary. That happened in Germany a few times too. said he only stabbed one.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen him. They already caught him. He's the guy with the big subwoofers and riding a bike. He has two trailers. That's him.
Yeah, I've seen him
You've seen
before.
him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him.
So he stabbed actually 3 people, you said, right?
3 people, and one of them bad, and one of them in the arm, and the other one in the face. And it was wild.
So the whole altercation was because of the music or something?
You know, the guy he's not right.
Yeah.
Because the guys were having fun. They were, it's punk bands.
Yeah.
Kids. And then he just didn't want the noise. He put his bike right in front of the kids.
Okay.
And he pumped up the whole, the whole subs.
Okay.
And he just wanted to disrupt.
Okay.
He just wanted to disrupt. That's what he did. And
So,
then he just got pissed off and ended up attacking the kids.
oh wow.
He just ended up out of the blue. He just
But
jumped on the
they
kids.
sure they caught him, right? Because I drove down there, I
They
didn't
caught
know.
him. They caught him right now. That's what I heard from the cops.
What?
They're taking how do you call that? From people who were there.
Yeah, the dude lineup, they identified him that it was the right guy. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, fortunately that's what happened because he went nuts, man.
All right.
He was ridiculous. He went nuts. Kids were just having fun.
Yeah.
He just didn't like the type of music that they were playing. It was too loud for them, and that's it. Look, he told me also that he was pissed off because the ones dancing, which are these guys, on the
Rollerblades?
the rollerblades, that it was too loud for them, that they couldn't dance.
Okay.
He had nothing to do with them. And I went to them asking the lady to see if she could identify him.
Okay.
And because I was right next to him when he was talking all this stuff.
Okay.
And then I went after he disappeared, after all this happened, came looking for the cops first, and went to see if she knew who he was. And then we finally saw him riding down the street, and then the cops caught him. Came through, man. Came through.
This lady?
We're here, everybody's here. Hey, I got a permit to do what I'm doing. There's no
Let
argument.
me ask you one thing. Half of these people don't have permit.
Well,
What are you gonna
if
do?
you're gonna have a big event, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people, you gotta if you start to have something big that
But you agreed that it wasn't a big event. It was just a bunch of kids.
you know what? It was just getting started. It was escalating. It took one person to say, "Hey, I don't want to shut it down," and it don't have the right to do that. I didn't have no problem. In fact, I was the one that told them. I was the one that had them set up over there. I was helping them out. Yeah, but I wasn't the one that said, "Hey, look, I don't like it." You know, I was fine with it. But,
And that is the sad part, that one person can ruin everything for everybody. People are just here to have fun. So he's telling the whole story to the police officer. Another day in Venice Beach. And people are probably never going to hear about it in the news because just like this, boom, it happened and then everybody leaving and you just read, oh, people got stabbed in Venice Beach. You don't know the whole story. So I still love Venice Beach no matter what. That's allegedly the group that was playing. One of the band members just told me that I can't record and I should not report this. I have no respect to the community. I'm just showing what's happening in Venice so you guys know what is going on. Otherwise you would have never find out. So you better know what's happening than not knowing what's happening. So it wasn't just a random stabbing, when I gathered my information in the beginning, everybody's telling me something different. Even though I talked to some people, they said they've seen the whole thing, but they tell me the story different than somebody I really know for a long time. They've seen the whole thing. That person actually called the police before about this situation that happened today in Venice Beach. The guy who stabbed the other people, he's an older guy. He's been in Venice for a long time. Like I said, I know him 30 years. He's one of those really good skaters, and he teaches people skating, dancing, stuff like this. And I tell you a little bit more at the end because it's kind of windy and I want to do it in a quiet place to tell you what I gathered on the information. So don't be afraid to come to Venice. It can happen anywhere. You know, people say, oh, I don't want to go to Venice, it's too dangerous. It can happen in downtown. It can happen where you live, in Germany, Belgium, wherever you are. Things can happen. Hey, look what we got here in Venice today. He got a new toy here. He got one of those nice dogs here. Man, loving it. Oh, see? Always something going on here in Venice. You're really not supposed to drive those here. They're really, really fast. So, Mom is taking over. Man.
He didn't mean to, we apologize.
Wow, there we go. He's doing his dance as well here. But this is stuff you see in Venice. There's always something going on. Like I said, he's enjoying it too. Wow. It's military style. Those are about $3,000 to $5,000. You put cameras on it, have them walk around your house 24 hours a day. What time are we living in? It's crazy, huh? Look at this. Good thing is you don't have to clean him up. He doesn't have to go to the restroom. I don't know what it is in the front. That's pretty scary looking, huh? Hey, he's standing up. There we go. I would dress him up or put some fur around him. That was pretty cool. Look at this. Man, that's crazy. It's like, what is this? You know how it is if you ask 10 people about the same story, everybody adds something different to it. So I'm trying to tell you exactly how somebody who was involved in the story was there, seen the whole thing. And that person called the police earlier and says, please come by. There might be some problems going to be later on, some fights because of that issue. And the police said they're so busy they have to do some other stuff. So what happened is there's a skate plaza in Venice where people skate on the weekends during the week and they play loud music. And the person who stabbed the people has a big bicycle with two big boom boxes, speakers in the back. He provides the music sometimes, but he also does the light parade on the weekend, Venice Light Parade, plays loud music. Everybody knows him. He's well known. He's a really good skater. And like I said, to me, he was always super nice. So there was a teenage group came up and set up really close to the plaza with their drums, electric guitars and whatnot, and started playing music really loud. So then the person from the plaza came over, told them, please move somewhere else, a little bit further down this way. They agreed. They moved over a little bit, but the music was still so loud. Normally, you have to have a permit to play if you want to set up on the grass. There's an area on the boardwalk where people set up. There's especially for performers. There's like they have like little corners. They tell you exactly how big the space is you can use. So you're not supposed to perform on the grass. That's one thing. So they started playing a little further down, but the music was still so loud. So that individual with the bicycle came down and told them, hey, you guys can't do this. And he starts blasting his music really loud. And he has two big speakers. The music is really loud. So they play in here, they play in here. And those are all youngsters. I'm not saying they're doing anything, drinking, smoking or whatever. but they're kind of like having a good time. It's like one of those punk metal music. And they came over and pushed over his bicycle. And then a lot of kids stood there and jumped the guy. That's the story I heard. That's the only thing I can tell you. And that's when he pulled out the knife and stabbed 4 people. He punched a few people. And then he went on his bike and he bailed. And everybody was following him on the bicycle and then called the police, and then he got arrested. So that's the story I heard. Whose fault is it? Sometimes it's better not to get involved in stuff like this. If he would have never just played his music, nothing would have happened and everybody would be all right. And that's the story I can tell you. And those were all minors he stabbed, so that could be a really big charge for him. Hopefully they're all going to be all right and they're not going to have any further problems with their life because of the stabbing. So we'll see how it goes, but that's the information I gathered. And sorry if I said something wrong in the beginning because I didn't really know what happened. Now you know. Well, my friends, that was it. Live here from Venice Beach, California. Of course, this is not really good news for Venice Beach. It's already bad the way it is. Business slow and stuff like this happen that don't want to make people come down to Venice Beach anymore because you don't know what's going to happen. There's some people that can just go crazy. So anyway, I see you guys later. Tschüssing.